Wherever you are, wherever you'll be, wherever you show yourself, wherever you run free, forever you are, forever you'll be, forever you show yourself, forever you run free. Wherever you are, wherever you'll be, wherever you show yourself, wherever you run free, forever you are, forever you'll be, forever you show yourself, forever you run snapshots and pictures of memories, filling the pages of time, moments that make up your history, keeping the story alive. We want it to last. We travel so fast. What do you see looking back at your life? Faces and places connecting the lines. Capture the moments again and again. When you remember, when you remember when. A message arrives from the future, reminds you to look where you are. Like a song that you love, all your memories become the melody deep in your heart. We want it to last. We travel so fast. What do you see looking back at your life? Faces and places connecting the lines. Capture the moments again and again.
friends, welcome back. Happy Monday, December 29th, last Monday of the year. We've been messed up with our days, I'm telling you. Saturday felt like Sunday to us, so today does not feel like Monday. But short weeks again, isn't it? So I hope you had a great holiday. We had a good time, and our Christmas was good, and then the Christmas with our kids was really good, and then we had our Christmas with my mom the next day, so we were pretty busy. And today has just been, I don't know, they're calling it like a bomb cyclone, and I just know that there's high winds and snow again and all the stuff that goes with it. So we've been inside today, and Mr. Jerry's been reading a book, and I've been listening to an audio book. One of my books that I put on a list came available last night, and I thought, since I am sewing, it's a good time to listen to an audio book. So I'm doing the New Year's Eve 2025 mystery sew along, and there are 9 clues to it. It starts New Year's Eve, and clues 5 through 9 will be dropped starting at 9 a.m. a clue every hour up until 2 p.m. I think. And so clues 1 through 4 was all half square triangles, and each clue has 48 squares, and then you have to sew them into a half square triangle basically, and then they become 96 pieces. So I got all the fabric cut out yesterday, I think it was, and then I started sewing on clue 1. I got that done, and then she tells you what clue that should go into. And so today I just finished clue 2, and then I'm going to be starting clue 3, and all it is 2 squares, and then you sew a 1/4 inch. There is a line drawn right here, a 1/4 inch on either side, and then you clip it apart. And then I take my half square triangle ruler and trim it up, and then I press them open, and then I put them in the clue bag where, you know, she says it should go. So, and then this morning I also did start on that sock for my Christmas startup, and this is from Freckled Whimsy's second year for Christmas colorway. And so this is what it looks like right here, and it is called A Kitschny Christmas, and it is a 6-row repeat, and it's the January one. So those are the colors right there. And so I just got the heel flap and turn done, and now I'm going to be decreasing to pick, and I picked up all the stitches, and so I'll just be decreasing for the gussets. So this is what it looks like so far. So I've been working on that in the mornings and sometimes at night, but right now I've been working on the mystery sew along. So other than that, haven't had too much except for holiday fun, and now trying to detox yourself from eating sweets and stuff. We really didn't do too bad when our kids were down. We had made the sugar cookies. Our daughter had brought down her fudge, and it hasn't been too bad. I want to say it hasn't been too bad. But so today I am slowly, as I say, weaning myself back. There's no cookies to be had in the house. There's still some chocolates, but you know, I count it. So, and do the best that you can. So, but other than that, it was a really good time. Our kids came down they got here about 1:45, stayed until I think about 7:30. So had a really nice time. They enjoyed everything and we enjoyed everything. Got to FaceTime with our grandson Landon. That was really nice to hear him and see him. Then went to my mom's on Saturday and got there about 11:45. It started about 11, and I think we were there until 3 o'clock. And it was just nice. It was, I don't know, this Christmas my mom started telling just little stories on each of us kids, and that none of us really remember, so she could say anything. But it was just nice to be able to get together with everybody. So Sunday we sat there and just vegged. And so today came around and we both got back up on the treadmill and did our walks and everything, and slowly started to try to, like I said, detox yourself. But you know, it was Christmas, and soon, you know, it's done and over with for us. And there are a few of the little candy bars, and they're like 4 points. So if I really decide I need one, I take the 4 points. So, but I'm slowly trying to wean not needing that. But over all in all, I'd say that we did very, very good over the holidays. So, but other than that, guys, I really don't know what else to say. Like I said, I've been off, and it's just like it was nice not to pick up the phone and record everything, and it was nice to spend time with our kids. And there's something about an empty house, and then when your children come back and they're and your grandkids, and the sounds and the laughter fills it again, and you get to spend time with your adult kids again, just chit-chatting. And then when everybody leaves, it's really, really quiet, and you start reminiscing and remembering and going to the different places where they sat. And anyways, that's what we do because we don't get to see them very often. So we treasure every little bit that we get with them. Let's see, what else? God, guys, I'm sorry. We both are tired today. The cats didn't sleep very well last night, so that meant we didn't sleep very well, and we got up early. And this high wind advisory that's out there, and it's just making the body say, we know that the weather has changed. It's supposed to be in the mid-20s all week long. We were lucky on the day after Christmas when our kids were coming down. We didn't get any ice. I think the east side of the state, where Jenny and Miss Sandy are, they got the ice, and we didn't. And so that allowed our kids to be able to be down here. So, but I just wanted to hop on and say hello. I hope you guys are all well, and I hope that you enjoyed your time, and yeah. Did you receive anything good? Did you enjoy your time? Are you reading anything good? I know not everybody is an Audible person, but I find when I'm knitting or I'm sewing or anything, an audiobook is awesome, because then I can do two things at once. And not everybody likes that. I mean, I do enjoy holding a good book and just sitting in the chair and just reading. But there are times that I want to knit as I'm listening or sew as I'm listening. So, and this book is, I'm on chapter 19. I started it this morning. I'm on chapter 19, and it's getting really good. And then I have another one that, well, this one I'm reading said I still had, it was 8 weeks out, and there was 6 people waiting in line for the book or the Audible. And my library didn't have the physical book. And so when it said that I had it, and I borrowed it, and I have it for 2 weeks, so I thought, you know, this is a good time, because I'm going to be sewing a lot, or I'm going to be knitting, and I can get that done. And hopefully then, when it's done, the other one will come up way sooner than it said, because that one said like 8 weeks out. And they both are kind of like Christmas books. So, but this one, oh, A Christmas Murder, I think it's called. It reminds me of the Agatha Christie one. And, you know, like the Orient Express, or what was the one where they all were in the house and they get locked in, and you got to solve the clues, and people are starting to get killed and all that stuff. So that's kind of what this reminds me of. But this is all family. They're all cousins, and it's a last Christmas game, and it got to the part where it's getting really good. So, but I told Jerry, I said, I'm not one to pick out books very much, because I don't take the time like I used to read, like I used to read all the Daniel, what was it? Daniel Steele and Debbie McCombers. I would, because when you worked full-time and everything, coming home and just burying yourself into that book, Audible for me was not available, and the books were, and I could take it to work for breaks and everything, and lose myself into the book for, you know, a few minutes. So, but I'm just trying to think anything else that I wanted to say to you, except for I can show you, this was clue 1, that's now become clue 5, so there's 96 of these. And then clue 2, which is now going to become clue 6, is this. And like I said, there's 96 of those. And clue 3 you would have saw, and then clue 4 is going to be the blue and the tan or the gray background. And I still have to draw the lines and then sew on either side. And then, sorry guys, I'm just reaching for everything. This right here is my ruler that our daughter got me 2 years ago, I think. It is called Clearly Perfect Slotted Trimmers. So it looks like this, and whatever size that you need your black to be, the this one needs to be 4.5 inches. So there is a dotted line, and that's supposed to be placed on your seam allowance. So when you line that up, and then you line the tip up that has an arrow, up at the center like that, then you trim it off. And if there's any dog tails, then you can cut them off in here so that it comes out to be a square, but I don't deal with the dog tails too much. So I do have that, and that works out very, very well. Because when this one gets done, clue 3, then it goes into clue 5 bags. And I'm wondering if, because a lot of times when you sew half square triangles like that, when you put them together, they will make a star. So I'm wondering if there are going to be a whole bunch of stars in this. Because I did get, the other one I had to cut was clue number 8, and that was an 8.5 inch by 8.5 inch square. So that's what makes me wonder if it's going to be a star and a square and a star, but I don't know. So, but other than that, my friends, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for stopping by, and I know I didn't pick up the phone and record too much today because I was in the mode of not doing that. So, yeah, Mr. Jerry's getting ready to make supper. We're going to have scalloped potatoes and ham. We have leftover ham from the sandwiches, and so he's going to make that, which is a high point meal, but that's all right because I planned for it. And if you are doing Weight Watchers and you have the app, you probably noticed that the app has changed. They're going to do a new program. I think I saw about January 5th, January 6th, sometime in January. And there's like 2 or 3 different, it might be 3 modes. Like the one mode is to maintain, the one mode is to lose weight, and I can't remember what the other mode is. So we'll see. We'll see when it comes out. I know Dish with D has a thing on it, and there's been others who have talked about it. I'm sure if you Google it, you'll read all types of stuff. You would have received an email about it, so before Christmas. But, you know, I look at it, they're always changing things. As long as I can continue to do it to lose weight, you know, they can change things up all they want, you know. You just do what you can do sometimes. Yeah, is that right? Miss Nala's been out of sorts ever since the kids were here. Yeah, because we are the only ones that these cats ever see, and so when the kids came over, Simba, he did eventually come out and let everybody pet him. Yeah. And she hid in here, and so everybody would take their time, come in and sit next to her and talk to her and stuff like that. And I would come in so that she could see that it was okay and everything. But she's still reeling from that. She has done nothing but cry, cry, cry. Right? She's been doing nothing but cry, cry, cry. Yeah. Yeah. So, but I figure it's expected. But for whatever reason, she just thinks that when she gets up in the mornings that we should be up, even if it's 6:45 in the morning and you go to sleep about 1. She probably wants food. So, okay, friends, I'm going to let you go. Hopefully, I will see you on Tuesday. If not, hopefully whenever we can get together again. And until we can meet up again, thanks for stopping by, and welcome to any new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. I hope that you enjoy what you find, because it can be anything in this video, but right now it's going to be a mixture between socks and sewing, because I have this quilt that I need to do, and then the quilt I started for our daughter well before Christmas that I need to do before her birthday, the end of February. And then in the meantime, I got to think of something for our son. His is the beginning of February. So we'll see what we do. So enjoy the last week of 2025. It's just unreal. And make the new year a good year. Because that's all we can do, right? So thanks again, my friends. And I hope that if you are in Michigan, that you're staying safe, because we're not the only ones. I know friends that are way up north, they're like in blizzard warnings. Up by Marquette, they're in blizzard warnings. And you know, the lake shore, they are getting wind gusts up to 55 to 60 miles an hour. And ours are gusting maybe up to 30 every once in a while. It started last night, and that was just, I woke up in the night a couple times. It woke me up. So stay safe, my friends, and winter is back, especially in Michigan. So till we can meet again, see you soon.